You ever noticed how the bottle of A1 steak sauce says that it was established in 1862? I always thought it was kind of funny because I always pictured some dude in the middle of the Civil War just cooking up sauce in his basement. But apparently that wasn't even the case. So back in 1824, there was a man named Henderson William Brand who was King George IV's personal chef. And he actually invented this sauce in the original formulation and served it to the king, who absolutely loved it and loudly declared that it was A1. At the time, A1 was just a nautical term that meant that a ship was top quality. So fast forward a few years and Henderson starts working in the private sector and he's selling the sauce under the name A Condiment for Fish, Meat, and Fowl. Now, as you can probably tell from that mouthful of a name, he wasn't the best at marketing, and so his company went bankrupt, and he had to transfer ownership to a man named W.H. Whitall in 1850. So in the transfer process, Whitall hears the story of how the sauce was invented, and he starts looking at Henderson like, come on, man. You had the greatest marketing opportunity handed to you on a silver platter by the king himself, and you decided to go with a condiment for fish, meat, and fowl? If the king says the sauce is A1, the sauce is A1. So in 1862, Whitall established the brand and started marketing the sauce as A1, and it was an instant hit. About 100 years later, in the 1960s, the owners realized that customers were using their sauce almost exclusively for steak, so they decided to lean into the trend, and they rebranded it again as A1 Steak Sauce. And the name stayed the same until 2014 when the company that bought out A1 started getting concerned that if they only marketed it as steak sauce, people would only use it on steak and they would buy less of the product. So they decided to change the name again from A1 Steak Sauce back to just A1. I don't know how to end this video, so here's a commercial for A1 Steak Sauce from the 1960s.
What if one used it as a seasoning in cooking? A1 has 13 seasonings in it.
13!
A1 adds enormous flavor. Shake some in the stew, Igor.
Stew!
Shake some on the meatballs, Beverly. You can use it to season salads, fish, and fowl. A1 is for sauce that's a seasoning. 13 seasonings. Experiment with it